The Honest Truth with Benito Vergatini on Smile 90.4 FM.
9:05, good evening and welcome if you've just joined us on a Monday evening between 9 and 10 as parts of the conversation on The Honest Truth. We have the Inspiration Hour with Andre, the big positive guy. Andre Toit, who joins us each and every Monday with guests. Today, a special Monday. It's not just any Monday.
Not any Monday.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you, my friend. It's been a wonderful birthday. I've been celebrating. I had a surprise birthday party on Saturday. And so I've just been celebrating continuously from then onwards.
It's a wonderful thing about having a birthday
a wonderful
on Monday.
thing to do.
You've had the whole weekend.
As usual, I've got two phenomenal guests here tonight.
Great.
The first one is Lyndal Pietrowski. Hello, Marco. Welcome to the studio.
Hello, Andre.
And let's start in the beginning. Marco, I put a photograph of you
Yes, you did.
on my Facebook, and I nearly broke the internet. I think you know which photograph that is.
Yes, I do.
You're ridiculously good looking.
Thank you.
It's a photograph. How old were you in that photograph?
That was 10 years ago, so I was 24.
You were 24 years
I
old.
was, yes.
And you were obviously in fitness of some description because there didn't seem as though there were any fat on your body.
That's correct. Yes, I was.
And so were you a bodybuilder or fitness trade? Tell us a little bit about
I was
you.
a fitness model.
Okay.
Right. Back then, there was fitness modeling divisions, and throughout the years, the industry has changed. So now there's various divisions. But back then, there was a fitness division, and then just physique division, and I fell under the fitness division. At that time, though, not to blow my own horn, but I had a different physique. That's why I was pretty well known at that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw every photograph. I stalked you a little bit, and every photograph from that time, there's some beautiful woman hanging on your arm. and obviously, you must have been exceptionally popular. And how old did you say you were? 23, 24?
24. I was 24 back then, yes.
And so life has always got a little twist in the tail.
More twist, more than twist.
So when I was Googling you, I found newspaper reports from 2014, 2013,
Yes.
detailing exactly what happened. You want to share in your own words what actually happened to you?
Yes, I had a motor vehicle accident near the bottom of Camps Bay Drive, and the vehicle had veered off an embankment, and I was just the front seat passenger. So I had dislocated my C3 to C4 vertebra, making me a C5 incomplete quadriplegic.
But you told the story so beautifully in the newspaper. Something about you thought you were driving into the bushes.
Yes, that is correct. Thought it was bushes, but it was the tops of trees.
It was the tops of trees. You know, when you're going
trees.
down that Camps Bay Road and there's like this whole three-story drop.
It was dark as well. So.
And it was drop. And as you hit the ground and you were conscious, you knew something had gone wrong.
Yes, I couldn't feel anything.
Anything.
Absolutely anything. But it was strange because at the same time I was at peace. I was at complete
I
peace.
see that in some of your writings all over there. What do you think that was, Marco? Because you're such a physical human being.
Some call it a near-death experience. I myself I'm very blessed to be back again. Yes.
So you are. You're 24 years old. You're an incomplete.
I'm now 34.
No. I said you're then 24. You're incomplete quadriplegic. Just for the audience, just explain to them what an incomplete quadriplegic is.
It's incomplete quadriplegic means you have some use of four limbs. Quadriplegic meaning the non-use of four limbs or the use being incomplete. I am incomplete, so the more that I train, the more that exert myself, the more movement there will be.
So how incomplete were you in 2014?
Completely incomplete.
Completely incomplete. There was nothing you could do.
Well, in the beginning of 2014, I was in rehab in WCRC, and there, I managed to stand up. I could move my left arm up, and I could stand up. And then just after that, I wasn't doing therapy as often, and then I regressed quite a bit.
Okay, I'm very interested in the psychological side of the things like that. So, what was it like in that first couple of years after the accident?
First couple of years were extremely hectic. I mean, the medication that I was on, I didn't realize how much effect it had on my body actually. The opioids, taking opioids 3 times a day, that's not what a human's supposed to be doing. Even though we're supposed to take it, doctors do prescribe it because of neural pain.
For pain? Okay.
Yes, neural pain. I do feel it all day, every day, but because I knew what it has done to me, I won't sacrifice it again. I won't take it during the day. It's absolutely not worth it.
So you stopped all that?
I do take it nighttime because it does help, because the pain is extreme. It really is extreme.
And other psychological effects? I mean, you are obviously like a dude. I mean, I can just picture you, Camps Bay, with that spiky blonde hair of yours and that six-pack. How did life change?
I feel the same. I feel the same person, really, and honestly, I really do feel the same way. It's just the way others, I can say, look, treat, speak to me. That has changed tremendously. And that goes across the board, from friends to family to acquaintances to business associates that used to be. Everybody has changed in a certain way. I'm not saying in a bad way, some in a good, some in a not so good.
And so have you had some supporters that have been with you all the whole journey?
The whole journey, we can call it a handful, maybe 10 or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult road.
Extremely difficult.
For them to walk as well as for you, yeah.
Absolutely, because it's not an understanding. It's all about education. I don't expect everyone to know about people with disabilities. I mean, I didn't know myself before my accident. I was late myself. I had no idea what's to come.
You still look very muscular to me.
Thanks. Well,
you still look, I mean, you still got some guns there and stuff like that. So obviously you're still training.
I've just started training.
I've
just started recently.
So your job has always been is to train other people?
Yes, correct.
And obviously during those initial years you couldn't do that?
I couldn't, no.
And so when have you started that now?
I haven't started working as a personal trainer as yet.
Okay.
I do plan to do so in the future, near future. It's been very difficult. I
think you've got so much to offer. Goodness me. Absolutely. I mean, because if they can get half of the body that you used to have, I think then everyone is going to be screaming in excitement.
I do help people online, though. I do help some people here and there, and they get extremely good results, I must be honest with you. Really, they do, yeah.
So you are a friend of one of my friends, a guy by the name of Brandon Beek.
Yes, I am, yes.
So I'd love you to share the story of Brandon and how he managed to really accelerate your
Brandon,
healing.
Brandon made the effort to come and see me the first day I came out of rehab. Well, not came out of rehab, sorry. Yes, I was allowed to leave rehab to go to my home. And then I went to Virgin Active Point, was the first place actually I wanted to go. That's where I used to train. And when I got there, I know he had heard that I'd gotten there, and he came with his parents. I remember seeing him at the bottom. I was like, I'm wondering, who is this guy in the wheelchair? I want to know who this guy is, because he had a cap on to the side. I was like, pretty cool. So we went down to the bottom, introduced himself, took a photo and all of that. I was like, okay, cool. Briefly had a small chat, very, very short. And then as the years came by, he got the foundation, the Walking with Brandon Foundation. And then they had I think it was just over 2 years ago, they had a research program. And they had they were looking for candidates. And the minute I saw that, I was so excited, really was excited to see that they're actually taking on candidates to walk again in the exoskeleton suit.
Just stop there for a second, because this is science fiction stuff.
There we go.
You've really got to see this. I mean, I've had long discussions with Brandon about this.
Yes.
When you speak about this exoskeleton, just describe it for the listeners. What is it actually? What is it, and how does it work?
It's a biomechanical suit for those that are unable to walk. So you get into, it's got these biomechanical legs. You get into the suit, and it assists you with walking.
So does it walk, or are you walking?
That's what. The more you use your motor function, the less motor functions it uses. So they do set it. They make a setting. So once you are using more muscle on your own, the less they reduce the motor function.
So what's it like for that first time to stand back up again?
Daunting. I mean, I remember seeing stars and like feeling so faint. But it was a part of the test, and we had to get into the suit and walk around the blue floor.
I was telling somebody about you, I think it was today or yesterday, and he can swear it was you.
Yes, on the blue floor, yes.
On the blue floor, yes.
Yes.
He swears you were walking with this machine, and you were telling me you actually got to the stage you could walk quite far.
Oh, yes, I could walk without the machine. They actually, they said I don't need the machine anymore. So I started walking with just a stroller. I couldn't believe it myself that I could do it. Yes, in the past I'd said, I'm going to walk again, I will walk again, But in all honesty, I had a little bit of doubt in me. Until I proved to myself I can do it, taking the first step, and I was like, wow, okay, let's try again. And then I saw, look, Moko, you actually can walk again. So you're not just saying it, you're actually proving it.
And do you think the fact that you're an athlete made it? I just think it must make it easier for you.
Definitely.
Because you're used to working for hours and hours and hours. And that's actually probably what you need to do.
It's not hours and hours. It's just an hour a day, maybe.
That's hours and hours for me, but
for you.
for me, it's hours and hours for me.
Yes, I'm very used to the body movement and feeling pain as well, which is also, I feel, has conditioned me to get to this point where I can take pain as much as there is. I used to say, if you don't feel pain, well, as the saying goes, no pain, no gain, which is the truth. If you don't feel any pain the next day or 48 hours, you didn't train properly.
Yeah.
So I had to be in pain all the time. So this just helps out.
And so what's the plans for the future?
There's quite a few plans for the future.
I've seen some of the things you've stood up there and made some brave statements.
Yes, no, absolutely. No, there's quite a few plans. There is the Wings for Life run, which is coming up.
Yes.
And that's quite a big goal for myself.
Okay, tell the audience what that's about.
Raising funds for people with spinal cord injuries worldwide.
Okay.
There we go.
And your role in there?
My role is just being a competitor or an athlete in just doing so. Last year, my wife pushed me. She ran pretty fast. I didn't think she had to run that fast, but she did. And this year, I tend to walk as far as I can. I mean, even if it's 100 meters, 150 meters, whatever it may be. Last year, I was in a chair. This year, I'm not in a chair. That's the point.
You're going to do
and
the walk
every year,
Australia.
more. I want to do more and more and more.
Yeah. You're a real inspiration. I have an enormous social media, and I measure your popularity against how many people like my post and how many of them are my friends and how many are your friends. And the reality is only once or twice that I actually get beaten. And tonight I think I've been beaten by both of my guests.
It's just the algorithm.
You obviously got a large circle of friends and you've got a lot of people that are on your side.
Yes, I do. I really do. And without them, or without my wife, I wouldn't be anywhere. But my fans, they do keep me going. You know, you go on online, and if you're having a bit of a downer day, you get the odd comment here and there. Keep going, keep it up. Especially the messages that I get. You're the reason why I do certain things. Keep on going. You know, I don't even know what I do, to be honest with you. But I guess I'm just going to keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Doing the right thing.
Okay, I think one of the things, and as a big positive guy, everyone thinks that every single day is a good day. And most of them are, but the reality is there's some days and I'm just a big bad bear, and life isn't always perfect. So you've also had some very rough times.
Oh yes, extremely.
I think recently you've just had some real kidney issues and things.
Yes, I had.
Which is a real downer.
Oh, it really puts you down, not only physically but mentally and emotionally. And especially the scare that I had of recent, which was a sepsis scare. It was extremely scary.
Yeah.
Now, when a doctor tells you that the antibiotics aren't working and you're getting worse,
it's
something you don't want to hear. It's something no one wants to hear, really.
Yeah. Is that just a factor of sitting in the chair all the time?
Not necessarily. It could be various reasons. It could be not drinking enough water.
Yeah.
You know,
see, you're a
stuff like
fitness
that.
athlete. You would drink water. Look it up. Did you bring some water
I need
for
to
him?
practice what I preach.
There's a lovely young lady, and you haven't let go of her leg since you've walked in here. Lyndal, welcome to the studio.
Hi, thank you, Andre.
I was quite excited to have you in here because you recently married.
Yes,
How recent?
Valentine's Day,
Valentine's Day, 2020.
the day of love.
I just love that picture of the two of you. For those of you that want to go see on my social media, there's a picture of you sitting on his lap in the wheelchair.
That's my
Marco
boss.
looking very, very, very dapper there, young man. Yeah? And I've now seen Lyndal that you're a tiny little thing. So you fit perfectly onto his lap there, so everything is good. Tell me how you guys met.
We met one day. Marco invited me over to a bride, his house. He actually met my twin sister first.
So did he think he was seeing the other one?
So we fought over him like serious. Like my sister actually went to a fundraising event where she met Marco. Her boyfriend at the time had met him before the accident, and just in short, she asked me to add him on Facebook and to follow him. So I did that, and then a little while later he invited me over to a bride, his house. And I kind of thought, I thought I'm going to go meet some new people, and this is a very interesting person I'd like to meet. I'm actually a Christian, so if I see anyone in a wheelchair, it's like, let me pray for you. But in this case, I actually had a bit of a resistance, and I just didn't feel the need to pray, and I kind of thought I was going to meet, a new friend, and went over, and actually...
And how long ago was this?
Nearly 2 years ago.
Okay, so you've had a nice long engagement, said with the true love of someone on honeymoon.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so, Lyndal, what does he need from you? Does he need you in terms of day-to-day things? You can both answer that one.
Well,
I need it all the time.
Marco always needs assistance because he can't do much by himself. Although he'd like to do everything himself. I feel that a lot of people would find it to be a lot of work to do. But obviously, I know that he wants to do the things that he can't do. So for me, it's just a joy to be able to help him with all the things that he needs on a daily basis.
What is that thing about finding a good woman? I think you've done quite well here, Marco.
Absolutely,
Yeah?
definitely.
I think you've scored a lacquer. How do you feel about having somebody in your life now at this stage of your life?
Oh, extremely, extremely blessed, really. I know, like, without, like I always say, I don't know where I'd be without. That really is a God's honest truth.
Yeah.
She has saved my life physically, literally twice. I've got a condition with my disability. It's autonomic dysreflexia. And I had an incident where I literally felt like I was having a heart attack. I was in shock. And she sped home from work and literally saved my life. That's just one. Yeah.
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
I didn't know I was saving his life at the time.
So Marco, what are you going to... You made a statement that you want to be walking with crutches at the end of the year.
That's definitely going to happen.
Is that still on?
Yes, definitely. Absolutely.
You got 10 months?
Yes. And
you said you want to walk on a stage?
Yes, I want to walk on a stage.
Can I book the stage for you?
Not yet. Yes,
on a stage. Yes, absolutely. December, I'll book you a stage.
Then absolutely.
I think it would be phenomenal to see, and I want to challenge you to make it a goal. It doesn't have to be December. I mean, whenever it is. But I would love to see you getting up and walking onto a stage. Because I think you're incredibly motivational.
Thank you.
I see you're motivational within your own social circle, but even to old toppies like me, it's fantastic for me to see the things that you do and the things that you want to do. And I think the reality is that you need to share your story more.
Absolutely.
I think you need to share your story. I think you're getting to a stage, you're a young man and you're sort of prime adulthood. And I think it's time that you need to stand up and share your story. You were an inspiration before, but I think you're even more of an inspiration now.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Right. Marco, Lyndal, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure having you guys in the studio.
Thank you for having us. Thank you so much.
If you ever want to come and chat again, come tell us where you are. Tell us of the steps. And if anybody wants to follow you, how do they get hold of you?
You can on Instagram.
Instagram?
Marco Pietrowski _official.
Okay, you better just spell that quickly. P-I-E-T?
It's MARCO PIETROWSKI.
That's it?
Yes.
Pietrowski?
Pietrowski, that's it, _official.
Fantastic. Lyndal, thank you for bringing him in. Marco, thank you for making the effort.
Thank
it's
you
been
so
an
much.
absolute pleasure chatting to you guys.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.